I was getting ready to say, I was like, damn, your windshield's cracked? Looked like it was cracked right there. That sticker's fucking folded up. I was like, oh shit, that's a brand new window. That so much sounds good. I don't know if I'd pull it out or not. I don't know if I'd fuck with it.
No, Jerry was here, about 6:30 this morning looking at the rear. I already put the cover and everything back on the rear end on it.
Oh, did you find anything out about the rear end?
He said run it. He said his one that his dragster's got a little more play in that. I'm still going to swap it out. He said.
You think it's the tranny then, or what?
It is tranny.
Oh, yeah.
I had it up on jack stands this morning with drive shaft. I pulled drive shaft out of it, put it back in. He thinks it's the sun gear. That's a lot of weight on a trans brake.
I mean, you can yank this one here out, and if you want to put your valve body shit in this or something, I don't give a fuck.
I ain't going to put that brake. I just don't want to take this and all in one piece. I don't want to drop valve body or nothing. When I take it, here it is, go through it.
I mean, that's just
you know what I mean.
That's just reverse valve body.
Put it in there and boom, boom, boom.
You just be foot braking.
Oh yeah.
But I mean, I don't care if you pull that one out and stick in it if you want to run it next week. You say next week or the week after next?
Next week's Midnight Madness at KD. I might, if I get it back in there, I might take it down, make a couple passes with dredge racing. Play with some of them small boat yard.
You yank it out or it ain't fucking going nowhere.
Yeah, once it cools down, that track gets greasy. This thing will.
Yeah.
Yeah, once it starts getting a little greasy up there, it's wagon. Let's show them boys up. Oh,
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that. Get demonetized. And fucking shit, I forgot all about that. It's been so long since I did a video.
Damn, vibrated the light unplugged.
Oh. But, so where we at on this? What we gotta...
I just want to drill another holes to get it down a little lower than what it is. Raise them springs up about an inch in the front and boxes. And
Well, you're gonna put the... Go up an inch above the holes? So to lower the car?
Just help drop it down a little bit because this spring's got so much order. But somebody ordered something different from what I told them.
Yeah.
But it'll work. But that'll get you down just a little bit.
Yeah. You get all this junk cleaned out of here today and
figure out how we're gonna do the fuel cell and batteries. If you want the batteries down below the deck, we'll just put them in the front and it's like something you gotta mess with all the time.
well, I could say that, I mean, we got plenty of room there because that deck, it's...
Yeah, the way, if you come off level like we talked about doing back to the back of that other deck, just a flat, well, basically like my car is with a flat panel back.
I've got a whole...
You have enough room up towards the front once we get the the shocks mounted, that I can make a box between the frame rails to set your batteries and that cell should set to the back of them.
So I got another...
if you're still wanting to put the big cell on it.
Yeah, I won't...
That way, if you ever drive it on the street, you're not running like me on a 5-gallon cell.
But I got another one of them original flat covers for the back of that.
Well,
I just need to modify it to bring it in where I did the wheel tubs and, make it fit that.
Yeah, but you gotta look at the purpose. I mean,
What?
I mean, what you're doing with it.
Well, I was thinking about maybe making it to where
you still got to put
I need to put a door to where
to cover the fuel cell on it any way it goes. And
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Make it to where it covers all that shit. But I got another one of them flat panels.
The metal panel with the.
It's not metal. It's wood.
Well, there you go.
Could I put metal on top of it? Put a sheet of metal, like have the plywood, and then put a thin piece of something like that. But I can take that one and cut it, notch it around them wheel tubs where we.
Yeah, you want that fuel cell down underneath something.
Yeah, I just like if we could make that smooth back here. That'd be.
We've already had one wagon with a plywood rear section.
Yeah. But this, so we just gotta.
I want to check the center line on the motor, with the center line on the rear end before I weld the perches.
And do the bookcases and.
Well, I'm debating on taking a bar up on that behind it. Some of that 1 inch.
Well, from back here.
Yeah.
Something.
Coming straight up off the back of it. Or I can do the bookcases like I done mine.
I mean, if I go on mine, I'm gonna have to take the motor plate off before I can pull the motor, but I don't give a shit.
Yeah,
it ain't no big deal.
It went in there pretty easy. I mean, you're not gonna be able to pull nothing with the motor. I mean, you just gotta kind of cock it around a little bit. I figured, I was like, oh shit, I hope looking at the front of the motor, I thought it was gonna be a little rough to get down in there and it'll drop right in there. Didn't even scratch your paint up.
Yeah.
But that and set the nose of the motor over more where it needed to be because I had it pushed tight on the side of this mount here.
Yeah.
That never moved it over probably a 1/4 inch this way. Then when I shot the line down at the last time, it was running off.
It looks more
square to car.
Square with that plate instead of this plate. I'll take it back to D Wayne today. Give him back his $500 plate. Got charged for. But
$500 plate.
Yeah, that's what she charged him for that.
Really?
Yeah. I wouldn't have bought it, but I mean, I know he wanted it because of Greg, but I can't believe she charged him that much for it.
Well, you know as good as I do, it's just a piece of aluminum to Greg.
Yeah.
I sold that heartbeat
well,
right now. Not money for it.
I was going to buy that at the Mopar Nationals. I found it, and then Jim wanted it for his car. Well, I gave $125 for it. So.
I mean, that's a nice plate. It's heavy maintenance.
Yeah. Yeah, it's nice. It's a nice ass plate. it was well worth that. But I just can't believe it, you know. He didn't want to get rid of it. Greg didn't want to get rid of it, but he let us use it. But he was going to take it back to her, and then he wanted to keep it because of him. But I think I don't know if she came up with price or he did or what. I don't really know the story, but I know he said he gave $500 for it. So what, this in, 2 weeks or next week?
If I can get training this week, if I can get this marked and get that out, when can you bring that cherry picker down?
Well, I was going to bring it today, but I was like, well, fuck, we ain't going to be moving shit today, so I can bring it any day, tomorrow, next day, whatever.
Yeah, as soon as you want to get that motor, because I don't want to pull. That's why this ain't up on stands, because I want to get that motor out so you can I can roll it out. I ain't got the drive shaft in it. It's just laying to the side. You can push this thing with drive shaft out of it.
You can?
Yeah, it'll push right now. You can push it.
Huh. New driver for next year.
You turn the power on. You gotta turn here, move in. Turn it like that.
Go on.
You ready? Huh? You ready?
Well, he's done ruined. He's Mopar for life now.
You got your belt on?
All it takes is that one moment.
At the arcade where you could pick your own car, the first car you picked was a Charger, and then they went to the second game, and the second car you picked was a Viper.
Yeah, that'll be a childhood memory he'll never forget. I was sitting in Papa's car and that thing.
Can't figure that one out.
Well, we're going to head over to D. Wayne's now and get around these horse and buggies and dodge some of this horse shit. But these are pretty cool. Old Steffi likes looking at the horse and buggies, but she's got to watch the horse shit. But we'll run over here to Dwayne's and see if he's got that 63 running yet, and see what he's been up to. We'll be back here in just a minute when we get to his house. Pretty nice down around here. Down around, well, I'm down in Cynthia Ann, but it's kind of close to Bainbridge. It's nice down here. I think old dear Wayne got the shifter and everything back in the 63, so really all he had left to do was put his motor mount bolts in and starter wires and the radiator. Should be about ready to fire it up if he'd been working on it. I don't know if he's been working on it or not. So, but like I say, we'll get over here in a minute, get all this here and see what he's into. But I did score some stuff for my 64 just a minute ago from JR. Got me a 6AL box, another distributor. What else did I get? Distributor and box, and I sold him a new mini starter, which he didn't need, so I bought it back off of him. So, a few more things for the old wagon. So, hopefully tomorrow have everything on it, and maybe we'll get the tack hooked up in it, take her out for a spin. So, but we'll be back here in just a minute when we get to Dwayne's. Well, we never made it to Dwayne's that day. I called and he wasn't home, so I didn't stop by there. So this is actually the next day. But I did go down and get my billet specialties off my 64 Dodge. And I think that looks pretty good with the 4-inch rim instead of the 6-inch rim. So I'm probably gonna put those on there. I'm not for sure yet, but when my new tires did come in, I got my new Mickey Thompson Sportsman. They finally come in. But I just found out last night I was going to get a 29 1250 Mickey Thompson Sportsman for the rear. But Jake's told me that they've discontinued that whole Sportsman line until the first of the year. So the only thing I can get in a bias ply, I mean not the only thing, but the only thing as far as a Mickey Thompson and a bias ply I could get was I think it was an ET Street. It was a 28 by 1150 instead of a 29 1250, but it was an ET Street and a Sportsman. So I think I'm still going to run these, and I'll probably just buy a set of them, but I'm just not for sure on how a set of 28s will look on this, because I wanted a 29 tall tire. So I might have to do some finagling around, see which way I'm going to go on that, or I don't know. I thought about maybe just putting these Sportsmans, keep them for the 64, still put them on these rims, but put them on the 64 Dodge, and then maybe just get a set of BF Goodwrench radials for this, because I'm just going to drive this, but I just wanted that tire, the way I like how the tread pattern and stuff looks on it. But I may end up just getting like I say, BF Goodwrenches for all the way around the wagon, but I just don't know for sure what size on the front to get, if I need to get like a 195 or to get the same height as this. To at least get a 28-inch tall tire. I don't know if a 195 is 28 inches tall or what, but I don't know. I have to do some research on that, but I did get the tires, but I might hold off on putting them on there. I might go with BF Goodwrenches, because unless I can find a set of Mickey Thompson Sportsmans on the marketplace or something. I still got to get these ones cleaned up, and let's see. I still ain't had time. I still ain't put none of this junk on there, but I'm getting ready to. So, but Dwayne wanted me to come over and help him on the 63, but I ain't heard from him. He called me yesterday, wanted me to come over this morning and help him on the 63, but I ain't heard from him yet this morning. So I'll wait till he calls. But I don't know. I think I'm gonna go ahead and bolt those on the front anyways. That way I can get Keith his Illumistars. Keith bought these Illumistars for his 68 Barracuda. So I got to get them up to him. And then, like I said, a couple weeks ago, I was saying something else was going to be coming back here. But I got to get my garage cleaned up again. But we're getting the 64 Plymouth back off Keith. The Plymouth wagon. The other 64 Plymouth, the fire department wagon. So, and I need to... He's wanting me to come up and get it out of his garage or out of his storage space so he can put his duster in there for this winter. But I got to get some room made so I can bring it down here. But I'm going to call around today, see what I can do on these rear tires. But if I have to, I'll just, I'll put some BF good wrenches on it. Still keep these front ones for the 64. And then, I don't know, them 6s may not look bad on the front. But that's the other thing, if I use this 6-inch rim, I need to know what size tire and a BF good wrench to be like a 28 in the front. So I ain't real sure on that, but these, I gotta get these out and get them cleaned up. It's nicer than this cap, but I mean, those are a little wider than I like, but like I say, it'd probably be better on the front of this. But that just looks so much better, the little skinny tire on it. But for driving, this here would probably be way better. It's just 2 inches more difference. So, I don't know, I have to make some calls, look in the Jegs book, just try to get a size on some BF good wrenches, 28 inches tall for the front. I may just order 4 of them. Keep these Sportsmans for the 64 Dodge and just go ahead and put BF good wrenches on it since the Mickey Thompsons are discontinued until the first of the year as far as the Sportsman line goes. They said the whole line of Sportsmans were discontinued. Can't believe that. I kept looking on the website and said, why ain't these popping up? But they don't have them. I said, are you sure there's none? Maybe 2 laying at the 11th Avenue store or anything? He's like, no, he said there's none in the United States, period, in any of the stores. So, okay. So, but I'll get this here bolted on here. We'll drop it back down. I think the front of the car's going to have to be kind of raised up a little bit because I think it's sitting too low for this tall a tire. Because that Raider that I had on the front, or that was on the front of this when I got it, it was rubbing the front of the fender there, so I think the car just needs to be raised up a little bit. But I don't know, I'll get this tire put on here, and then I don't know, it might be the end of this video because I got to go down to JR's tonight, and I think we're going to pull the tranny. Go ahead and pull the tranny out of the 64 Dodge, put in his 66, so he can take it to KD, I think on Sunday, to do some test hits with it, and then I don't know if that Midnight Madness is this Saturday or next Saturday, but he said something about going down there Sunday, so I don't know if Midnight Madness is this Saturday, but I'm sure he wanted to do some test hits before he went to that. But he's thinking about taking it to Midnight Madness. So, but that car, my tranny, don't have no trans brake in it, so he'd just be foot braking the car. So it'll probably slow down a bunch with just foot braking it. I don't know. But we'll get these bolted on here. I'll quit rambling. Try to get something done today. Maybe call D. Wayne. Go over and see if he's got the 63 going yet or not, or what the hell he's been doing. But I'll let you get out of here off this video, and just, you know, if you want to see some more of this, when I get this crap on here, just keep liking, sharing, and subscribing, and we'll eventually get something done to it. But for now, that'll be the end of this video, and we'll start another one probably later this evening when I go to JR's. So, but we'll see you till the next one.